Hello, dear students. Have a nice day to all. Today, I have come up with a new chapter from your social science textbook. Chapter 5 Natural Disasters. What is a disaster? Disaster is a sudden accident. It may be natural or man induced. It will cause great damage or loss of life. It may have originated in the interior of the earth or in the atmosphere. A disaster is felt over an extensive area and it causes a great destruction. So, natural disaster means the extreme sudden events that are caused by environmental factors. When natural disasters take place, many people will be injured or killed and properties will be damaged. Natural disasters include flood, cyclone, tsunami, drought, earthquake, volcano, forest fire, etc. Some of these disasters can be predicted before it takes place. Floods, cyclone, tsunami, drought, all these can be predicted. Whereas disasters like earthquake, volcanic eruption, forest fire, etc. cannot be predicted. We know that in today's present situation, in this monsoon period, many states in India are under the threat of landslides and flood. States like West Bengal, Assam, Bihar, Gujarat, Kerala, Karnataka, etc. are affected very badly due to flood and landslides. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn about some of the disasters, its reasons, and impacts on human life. First, we learn about earthquake. Earthquake is a natural disaster which cannot be predicted. In general, earthquake means the shaking of the surface of the earth. Due to tectonic activities that goes on in the interior of the earth, an earthquake is felt. Due to the collision of tectonic plates or due to the great pressure in the interior of the earth, sudden tremors or shaking will be experienced on the weak upper crust of the earth. The earthquake waves or tremors originate from its hypocenter, which is in the interior of the earth. Thus, the sudden shaking or trembling due to the collision of plates is known as earthquake. The point on the earth's surface vertically above the hypocenter or focus is known as epicenter. So, epicenter is the central point from where the earthquake waves spread. Around the epicenter, the intensity of the earthquake is felt maximum. If we go away from the epicenter, the intensity of tremors decreases. If the intensity of shaking is maximum, the destruction also will be maximum. There is an instrument to measure the intensity of an earthquake. This instrument is known as seismograph. With this instrument, we can also know the origin of the earthquake, from where it started. Reasons. Why does an earthquake occurs? There are three main reasons for the occurrence of an earthquake. They are earthquake caused by volcanic eruption, earthquake caused by strike-slip faults, earthquake caused by subduction in an active subduction zone. Now let's see how earthquake occurs due to volcanic eruption. Sometimes earthquake is caused by the movement of magma which is in the interior of the earth. This movement results in pressure changes where the rock around the magma has experienced stress. At some point, this stress can cause the rock to break or move, which can cause an earthquake. Now let's see how earthquake caused by strike-slip faults. See, this type of earthquake is caused due to the movement of two plates against one another. As the larger plates are pushed or pulled in different directions, they build up strain against the nearby plate. And in this type of earthquake, the ground will be displaced in horizontal direction, parallel to the line of the fault. Next is earthquake caused by subduction in an active subduction zone. Subduction is a geological process that takes place at the convergent boundaries of tectonic plates, where one plate moves under another plate, and this process is known as subduction. So when subduction takes place in such areas, it can cause earthquakes. Hope that it is clear. Still you may be doubtful about what are these tectonic plates, right? Don't worry, you will learn about it in detail in 9th standard. But I will just tell you a brief introduction about these plates. The Earth's lithosphere is composed of 7 major tectonic plates. Due to the heat and pressure from the interior of the Earth, the upper layer of the Earth is broken into large pieces, which are known as lithospheric plates or tectonic plates. There are continental as well as oceanic plates. Okay, so next topic is volcano. Volcano refers to an opening in the Earth's crust from which the hot lava, fragments of rocks, volcanic ashes, dust and gases are escaped out from below the Earth's surface. Volcanic eruption occurs due to 4 main reasons. First is high temperature in the interior of the Earth. Second, creation of magma. Third, creation of gases and vapor. Then fourth reason is rising of magma towards Earth's surface. So these are the 4 reasons you have to keep in mind. You know what is magma? Magma is the hot liquid rock which is found below the Earth's surface. Due to intense heat and pressure, the rock in the interior of the Earth is found in the liquid or semi-liquid form, which is known as magma. So this magma is pushed upwards by the gases lying under this magma. Besides this, the water percolating through the cracks and openings of the weak rock surface changes into vapor, and this vapor, it is full of pressure due to lack of space, and it tries to come out with great force. This vapor also causes the magma to rise upwards. The gases which are present in the magma reach near the surface of the Earth, and it comes out with a high pressure. When the magma comes out of the Earth's surface, it is known as lava. Along with lava, ashes, gases, rock pieces of different sizes also come out with a high pressure, and this is known as a volcano. If the amount of gases and the vapor is more and the opening on the Earth's surface is very narrow, then the volcanic eruption is very dangerous. It can cause lot of destruction. But if the amount of gases and vapor is less and the vent is broad and long, then the molten lava comes out very slowly and it is less dangerous. Now let's see how many types of volcanoes are there. There are 3 types of volcanoes. They are active volcano, dormant volcano and extinct volcano. Active volcanoes have erupted recently, or they are probably going to erupt again soon. Dormant volcanoes are active volcanoes but that haven't erupted in a long time but supposed to erupt again. An extinct volcano has not had an eruption for at least 10,000 years and it is not expected to erupt again in near future. Volcanoes are found at various places in the world, and there is only one active volcano in India, and that is found in the islands of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Its name is Barron. Barron is the only active volcano in India. Though volcanic eruption leads to great destruction in the local area, it has some benefits also. So now let's see what are the usefulness of volcanic eruption. First of all, The fertility of land increases due to lava that comes out of this volcano. Second, agriculture production increases in this soil. Java and Sumatra are the two islands located in the Indonesia. And these islands are formed due to the volcanic eruptions. In these places, agricultural production is very good due to lava soil. Then, these soils are rich with potassium, and due to this, farmers get abundant production. Crop production is very high in this soil. Then, the hot water springs found in the volcanic areas have a germ killing property. So, this water can cure skin diseases. Another usefulness is that various minerals like mercury, tungsten, tin, zinc, aluminium, etc., can be obtained from these volcanic areas. Then, the lava that cools down inside the opening of the extinct volcano changes into diamond with the passing of time. Thus, diamonds are also obtained from volcanic areas. Then, the small rocks that are thrown out during volcanic eruption, they are called as lapilli, which can be molded easily. That means these little stones can be given any shape. Hope that these two topics are clear to all of you. We wind up this session here today. Please read your textbook thoroughly, and we'll continue this chapter in the next session. Until then, take care. Bye.